Welcome to World Alert Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Tonight, the world is holding its breath. Across continents, millions are glued to their screens, waiting for answers to questions no one ever thought they'd have to ask. News is breaking from Washington about a project so secret, so ambitious, it could change the balance of global power forever. The atmosphere is tense, as speculation swirls and experts scramble to interpret what this means for the future. It's called the Golden Dome, a massive high-tech defense system designed to protect the United States from any missile, anywhere, anytime. This is not science fiction but a real initiative, years in the making, now revealed to the world. But is this truly a shield for peace, or the most powerful weapon ever created, disguised as defense? The line between protection and provocation has never been thinner. The announcement came with a quiet press release from the Pentagon, followed by a brief White House statement. No fanfare, just a few carefully chosen words that sent shockwaves through the international community. The message: the United States is building a protective bubble around itself, one that could make it untouchable. The implications are staggering, and the world is left to wonder what comes next. This is a multi-trillion-dollar reality taking shape in the skies above us. The scale of investment is unprecedented, signaling a new era in military spending and technological ambition. The project aims to create a network of satellites and ground-based interceptors so advanced they could stop a nuclear attack in its tracks. Engineers and scientists are working around the clock, racing against time to make this vision a reality. Imagine a world where the threat of nuclear war is suddenly neutralized for one country. That's the promise of the Golden Dome. For families across America, it's a vision of safety and hope, a future where fear of annihilation fades into memory. For Americans, it sounds like the ultimate security blanket. For other nations, it's a threat. The reactions are mixed: relief at home, anxiety and suspicion abroad. If America cannot be touched, what stops it from acting without fear of retaliation? This is the fear now echoing in foreign capitals. The balance of power, so carefully maintained, is suddenly at risk. Leaders are scrambling to understand the full scope of this project. Intelligence agencies are poring over every detail, searching for clues about the technology and its true capabilities. Is this the end of mutually assured destruction, the doctrine that has kept a fragile peace for decades? The world has lived under the shadow of nuclear deterrence, but that shadow may now be lifting for one nation. What we know, this is not just a concept, it's a program developed for years, hidden in classified budgets. Billions have been spent in secret, and only now is the true scale coming to light. Now that it's out in the open, the world must confront a new reality, one where a single nation may act with impunity, protected by a golden shield in the stars. The geopolitical landscape is shifting before our eyes. The rules of war may never be the same again. As the Golden Dome rises, the world enters uncharted territory, and the consequences are only beginning to unfold. So, what exactly is the Golden Dome? It's a name that's been making headlines, but what does it really mean for global security and the future of warfare? In simple terms, it's a layered, global defense system, an ambitious shield designed to protect entire nations from missile attacks. The first layer is a vast constellation of satellites, constantly monitoring the planet and detecting missile launches the instant they happen, no matter where they originate. High-energy lasers on these satellites attempt to shoot down missiles during their most vulnerable moments, right after launch, when they are easiest to intercept. If that fails, smart kinetic interceptors, rockets designed to collide with warheads, launch from both space and ground bases, providing a crucial second line of defense. All of this is controlled by an artificial intelligence brain, processing vast amounts of data and commanding the network at speeds no human could ever match. The AI distinguishes real threats from decoys, prioritizes responses, and coordinates the entire defense system in real time. The price tag? Over $2 trillion in the next decade, and that figure is only expected to climb as technology advances and new threats emerge. This staggering sum includes research, manufacturing, satellite launches, ongoing maintenance, and the development of next-generation defense technologies. It's one of the most expensive government programs in history, dwarfing even the legendary Apollo missions that once captured the world's imagination. The administration argues the price of peace is never too high, but critics question if such vast sums could be better spent on healthcare, education, or infrastructure. The cost is not just in dollars, but in the global reaction it's causing, fueling debates, protests, and diplomatic tensions around the world. The world is watching and reacting as the Golden Dome reshapes the balance of power and the future of international security. Many know Israel's Iron Dome, a technological marvel that has become a symbol of modern defense. It's a localized system designed to protect cities and civilian populations from short-range rockets and artillery shells, intercepting threats in mid-air before they can cause harm. But the Golden Dome is different. Its reach is not limited to a single city or region. Instead, it's a global shield, stretching its protective umbrella across entire continents. It's engineered to intercept intercontinental ballistic missiles, which travel at over 20 times the speed of sound, crossing oceans and continents in minutes. The Golden Dome isn't just about protecting a single city, it's about making an entire continent or even a nation immune to the most devastating weapons ever created by humanity. In this new era, the line between defense and offense blurs, creating a system that can both protect and potentially threaten. The same satellites that detect enemy launches could, in theory, be used to guide an American first strike, providing real-time targeting data. The system's advanced AI could calculate the perfect moment to attack an adversary's weapons before they're even launched, a strategy known as left of launch, which could neutralize threats before they materialize. This capability transforms the shield into a potential sword, giving the US the power to launch a preemptive strike, confident that any retaliation would be rendered ineffective. A perfect shield removes the fear of consequences, dismantling the logic of mutually assured destruction that has kept nuclear powers in check for decades. If one side can attack without fear of being destroyed in return, the delicate balance of power is shattered and the world enters uncharted territory. The Golden Dome is not just a bigger Iron Dome, it's a fundamentally different concept, with implications that reach far beyond simple defense. It could enable a policy of global dominance, backed by the threat of an unanswerable attack, shifting the balance of power on a worldwide scale. America's rivals are deeply concerned, even terrified, by this offensive potential, fearing a world where their own deterrence is meaningless. The world's strategic balance is shifting rapidly as nations scramble to respond to this new reality. In the end, the shield may be as much a sword as it is armor, forever changing the nature of global security. The promise of a perfect missile shield is appealing, but top scientists and security analysts warn of grave risks. First, reliability. Even a 99.9% success rate isn't enough. One warhead getting through would be catastrophic. The belief in an impenetrable shield is a dangerous fantasy. The system's complexity means accidents and malfunctions are inevitable. Coding errors, solar flares, or cyber attacks could cause failure or false alarms. Imagine the AI mistaking a commercial launch for an attack, triggering a global war by mistake. The speed that makes the system effective also makes it dangerous if it errs. There's also the stability-instability paradox. If America feels invulnerable, it may take more risks, leading to more regional conflicts. The shield could create more instability, not less. Kinetic interceptors smashing missiles would create massive clouds of space debris, threatening satellites and the International Space Station. The shield designed to protect one nation could end up blinding the entire world. Who controls the Golden Dome? The system is designed to operate at machine speed, with AI making split-second decisions. Will the president have the final say, or will authority be delegated to the AI? The Pentagon is vague, citing a human-in-the-loop system. Critics fear that, in a real crisis, the loop might be too slow, forcing reliance on the machine. The Golden Dome is a public-private partnership, with tech giants writing the code and building the hardware. This gives private corporations unprecedented influence over national defense. If a company's software fails, who is responsible? CEOs now hold power once reserved for presidents and generals. Allies like Japan and Canada may join the network, but will they have any say in how it's used? Sharing a shield means sharing control, but the lines are unclear. Ultimately, we're handing the keys to our survival to a black box of algorithms. Before activation, the world deserves a clear answer. Who or what is truly in charge? At the heart of the Golden Dome's rapid development is Elon Musk and SpaceX. SpaceX's Starlink satellite network provided the perfect foundation, with thousands of satellites already in orbit. The reusability of Falcon 9 rockets has made launching military satellites affordable and fast. Musk's involvement is both a blessing and a concern. His influence over national security is unprecedented. The Pentagon, wary of relying on one company, is bringing in other tech giants like Amazon and Microsoft. The goal: redundancy, competition, and resilience. The Golden Dome is now a battleground for Silicon Valley, with contracts worth hundreds of billions. This new space race is between corporations as much as nations. The entanglement of private enterprise and national defense raises new questions about who profits from global conflict. The future of warfare is being built in boardrooms as much as in bunkers. America's rivals, China, Russia, and North Korea, see the Golden Dome as an act of aggression, not defense. China calls it a threat to global stability, warning it will trigger a new arms race in space. Behind the scenes, China is accelerating development of hypersonic missiles and anti-satellite weapons to defeat the dome. Russia accuses the US of tearing up arms control treaties and seeking first strike capability. Moscow promises an asymmetrical and effective response, focusing on weapons that can overwhelm the system. North Korea, as always, responds with fiery rhetoric, vowing to strengthen its nuclear deterrent. For Pyongyang, the dome justifies its nuclear program and makes disarmament even less likely. The shield paradoxically encourages proliferation. America's rivals are preparing to counter the dome, not back down. The world is entering a new, more dangerous chapter in international relations. The arms race is back, this time in space. The Golden Dome has changed the game. While rivals see a threat, allies like Canada and Japan see an opportunity, and a dilemma. Do they join the shield and tie their defense even closer to the US, or stay outside and remain vulnerable? Canada, as America's NORAD partner, is a natural candidate considering sensor stations and interceptor bases on its soil. Japan, facing threats from North Korea and China, sees the dome as a potential game-changer. Both nations are in talks to join, but the costs are high, financially and politically. Joining means giving up some sovereignty, as defense becomes integrated into a US-controlled system. They'd be part of the shield, but not holding the master key. The decision is a delicate balancing act, enhanced security versus geopolitical consequences. For America's allies, the Golden Dome is both a promise and a risk. The world's alliances are being reshaped. What is the true purpose of the Golden Dome? Is it a shield for peace, or the ultimate weapon? The White House claims it's a moral imperative, to make nuclear weapons obsolete and guarantee safety. Critics argue it's a tool for global dominance, allowing America to act without restraint. The answer may depend on who holds the power to use it. In the hands of a restrained leader, it could deter rogue states and protect allies. In the hands of an aggressive one, it could become an instrument of intimidation. The technology is neutral. Human intention defines whether it's a shield or a sword. The Golden Dome has triggered a new arms race and forced every nation to reconsider its position. The coming years will reveal its true nature. Will it secure peace or ignite the next world war? The future of our world may depend on the answer.